sustainably because because of the because if the patient dies, the virus will also die, and this results in the emergence of many different variants of the virus, with a tendency to become increasingly contagious with decreasing virulence until symptoms are no longer present in the patient. And this research reminds me of how we build habits. We are living by habits we have built in the past. For example, wake up in the morning, go to bed in the night, in the evening, and or eat 3 meals a day, etc. And if we continue to live according to the old habits for a long time, I think there will be a feeling of boredom and we tend to lead to negative thoughts. And so I think practicing new habits every day will be a good motivation to have our life more meaningful. However, if you practice habits that are too different from yourself, for example, you haven't never woken up before 6 a.m. but want to have a habit of getting up at 5 a.m. to do exercise. It will be difficult to maintain the habit for a long time. So, and I think many people struggle with it, and it also me. So, uh, in I find a solution that instead we can apply the change gradually in a long time. For example, set a goal of waking up early at 6 a.m. for about a week. If successful, continue to set the next goal of getting up early at 5:30 a.m. and continue until you can comfortably wake up at 5 a.m. So let's create the conflict within ourselves to form habits. Not too small to be boring, but not too big to be frustrating. Sustainable conflict is what I mean here. And one thing I have also discovered is that we should find a few like-minded people to build a habit together. The process of forming the habits will also be more fun and inspirational. Like the saying, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. If you still don't know where to find teammates, then please come to a Toastmaster Club because it's a place that is experimenting with a new habit building by creating small group with topics that uh, about habits or skill that people want to practice. Uh, Recently, I'm joining many group such as getting up at early at 6 a.m. or Japanese conversation or English pronunciation or learning to be a designer. But if I do it in the way the virus adapt to our bodies, I believe I will build the habit and skill I want. So let's create a sustainable conflict for ourselves to grow habit together. Thank you.
So congratulations on your third freestyle speech. So certainly, it is truly a unique way to like compare the Omicron variants to the way that we build the habits. So it's really boring. Yes, it's really boring if life doesn't have any change, and you need to maintain the conflict within ourselves so that we can like make those changes. Okay, so, and that is our last speaker in round one of the marathon. So, and we are wondering whether all the speeches are qualified or not. So, please also again show us the time report.
Um, So congratulations on complete your speech. I will begin with the speaker one. Is the learning English of TM Thủ Trân speech that takes 6 minutes and 17 seconds. It's quite qualified. The speaker second is TM Hoàng Nguyễn. Speech takes 5 minutes and 26 seconds qualified. And the speaker third, freestyle subtly conflict of TM Nhân Lý. Speech take 5 minutes and 27 seconds qualified. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster again. And coming up next, I would like to invite some of our guests to talk about your feelings or your comments of our marathon since until now, until this moment. Do you have any thoughts or any feelings when listening the 3 speeches of our speakers? I would like to invite Toastmaster Thổng Phán. It's nice to see you again.
Okay, so it's so nice to see you all. The thing is, I've just recently, entered the meeting, and so I'm absolutely clueless about what you've just done. The thing is, the link is broken or something, so I've just recently entered. So yeah, could you just move to the next Toastmaster, and they could give you some compliments on your performances? Yeah. Yeah.
So let me invite another guest. Lương Hà Vy. Could you say something about your thoughts? Any thoughts? Any feelings when you hear the speeches of our speakers? Lương Hà Vy, are you there?
So I think that everyone did an amazing job.
Yeah, did you have any favorite speech?
So I like the first speaker. She's very cute and her body language is great.
Which Toastmaster?
The first speaker.
Oh, Trân Trân, right? Yeah.
Yes.
She's the best. So that is our guest. So I would like to introduce the speaker who received the most compliments here, Toastmaster Trân Trân. Are you satisfied with your speech and or even regret anything? Or if you have a chance, what you would like to change about your speech?
I think we have 5 levels to be a good Toastmaster. Most have a first level, so I have many things to prepare and trace in my life. But in my speech, I'm very confident and feel so good after the speech because I have the short time to prepare it. It's perfect for me.
Oh, just perfect for you. So
Yes.
You don't want to change anything?
Because I have a short time to prepare and I just done it 5 p.m. this afternoon.
That's close.
Yeah. So I don't have enough time to practice to speaking. So I think it's perfect for this time.
All right, so good luck. Good luck if you may like win the best speaker, best prepared speaker, right?
Thank you. And I wish.
All right, so that's done for the chit chatting. So we will come to the evaluation session of round 1. So first off, please welcome Toastmaster Guinan, evaluator of Toastmaster Trân Trân with Learning English. Please, Toastmaster Guinan.
Yeah, so there's no timer introduction? No need, right?
Excuse me?
Timing introduction for the evaluation part? Timing. Yeah.
Yeah, there will be timing for the evaluation part.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Learning another language is like having a second soul. That is a saying that I personally very like. And through the speech of Toastmaster Trân, I can see that her English soul is such a gentle, hardworking, and very clever girl. And what do I love about Toastmaster Trân's speech? First is her calm and collected demeanor. You can see that she was very calm when she delivered her speech, and even when there is some issue that she has, when there is an unexpected sound, she handle it very calmly and carry on like there's no issue happen. And I think that is a big characteristic for a great speaker. And the second thing that I love about Toastmaster Trân's speech is her gentle voice, the voice that lure people into her speech. We can see that her voice is very gentle, so we easily fall in love with the tone and the thing that she is sharing with us. And I believe that with more practice on vocal variety, then your voice can be a huge advantage for you. And the third thing, it goes to the purpose of the speech. It's about research. And I think that Toastmaster Trân has done it in an excellent way. We can see that in every part of her speech, when she made a point, she will prove with you that there is a study, a research, and also a very credible source that very unique that no one can access but her. That is her own life experience of learning the language. And I think that made the speech very credible and very convincing for me to follow her tips. So if there is a point for improvement, I would say that in Toastmaster Trân's speech, there are many shining ideas. You can see that she has many tips here and there for us to follow. But the point is, it is not organized enough so that people can come home with a great tips of how they can improve and learning English. And so from experience of doing research, because I just do a final thesis, which is 80 pages long myself, I would like to recommend a structure that is easy to follow. So the first is, Toastmaster Trân should state the purpose of her speech. That can be a 10-word message, what she would like the audience to have after the speech. Like, learn English as a language, not as a subject. That is the message that Toastmaster Trân would like to send to us. And so I believe that it should be stated from the beginning of the speech so that people have a general expectation of what is to come. And in the body, she can have 3 main points or tips or organize her speech in a chronological way from the story to prove that point. And in the conclusion, she can reinforce that idea again, sharing the message again. And I think that with a more credible structure and more organized structure like this, her speech will shine. So thanks for listening. The time's up.
That's an incredible timing skill. So Thank you for your devoting evaluation, Toastmaster Gunan. And the next is evaluation of Toastmaster Clara for Toastmaster Huang Nguyen with her speech Monsters. Please welcome Toastmaster Clara.
So, why procrastination is the main character of this speech? To explain how it's work, how it's terrible. I can see Thomas Huang Nguyen use her own story, and that is the method I think is good to connect the speaker to the audience. The listener can easily to feel her situation, and then they easily to emphasize with her. Then Thomas Huang will speak more some her solution, and based in them, she told us her key message: fight with your terrible monster, be in delay, or this will be better, bigger, and bigger, and hard to destroy. I think the speech structures is really logical and smooth. In the other hand, I want to compliment you, Thomas Huang Nguyen, because you have a big change. I can see that your eye contact is more natural from the girl who always look down, look your notebook, to the girl can look straight your screen and speak fluently. And besides, I can see that your you start being familiar with standing and speaking. And yes, that in other words, I think your skill role is complete. Yay! However, I think your bodies it move, and it sometimes disturb me. So the first suggestion I want to give you is that keep your body steady and use any structure every time you want. So finally, I think your pronunciation is good because I can understand what you say. The last suggestion I want to give you is use vocal variety to emphasize any keyword you use. I always use this, and when I always try to use vocal variety and when I speak. Yeah. So so I challenge you to use vocal variety in the next speech. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster, today.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Clara, and I'm sure that Toastmaster Huang Nguyen has learned a lot from your evaluation. And next is the evaluation from Toastmaster Helen for Toastmaster Nhân Le's speech, Sustainable Conflict. So please welcome Toastmaster Helen.
First, I really want to say that Toastmaster Nhân Le, he issued a great topic. The topic that's related to our lives right now is about COVID. It's already happened for 2 years and we all wondering about how it's going, what's gonna go next. So his way to chewing the topic is hot topic with all of the audience can relate to themselves and wonder. So it's helping to take all of the interests of the audience. And the second thing I love from his speech, he used a lot of new vocabulary. So I believe that he researching and working really hard on to prepare his speech. So he have a very good structure as well. From beginning, he is saying about how he reading his article and what he's saying and how he thinking about that. So, and he come up with some tip for people, like you have to find people like-minded, you do some exercise, some sport, other thing. So a lot of tips that people can relate to themselves to help themselves to get over it. Overall, there are a few small things I think I should recommend to Toastmaster Nhan Ly to help him to improve his next speech. First, is about vocal variety. So people, example, when you gave example in your speech, you can make it a little bit high tone or a little bit down, like many people are struggling, so I am. So that's way you address the feeling, so the audience can understanding, and also you when you improve your body language, you express from your face, your body language, your hand. And the second thing is about you. The second thing is you can slow your speech a little bit so the audience they can follow up to your story. When we speak too fast, we may make the audience feel like they left behind, so they cannot follow up your story. And when you keep some space, then you have more time to connect eye contact with the audience. And that's it. But overall, your speech is great, and I hope to see your next speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Helen, for your evaluation. And the evaluation of Toastmaster Helen is also marks the end of round 1. And again, Toastmaster again, please let us know whether our evaluators are qualified or not.
Okay, and here is my report. The first evaluator, TM Quân Anh, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The second evaluator, TM Clara, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. The third evaluator is TM Helen, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And congratulations on qualified.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster again. And next, we're coming to the voting session. And our SAA has sent a link for voting for the best prepared speaker and the best evaluator for round 1 in the chat box. So please spend some minutes for voting and type done in the chat box so that we know that you have finished the form. All right, so it seems like everyone has done their voting. All right, so now we will have a break time. It is a 10-minute break. So we may have 5 minutes for like some chit chatting, get to know each other. And the last 5 minutes is for everyone to have a rest, get yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of chocolate to and like re-energize yourself for the next round. Okay. So now let's start with our guest, our old Toastmaster Thổng Phán. What do you think at this moment?
Okay, so I've just heard your evaluating section, and I think it's good. I think okay. What's happening?
Could you introduce yourself to all the guests and all the Toastmasters, since not any people know about you, because you
Yeah.
know Toastmaster.
My full name is Thổng Phán, and I was a Toastmaster back in Huế. I mean, for 1 or 2 years ago. Yeah, from 2019 to 2020, and I think the 2 years of being a Toastmaster in Huế was the most amazing 2 years of my life. I think I've changed a lot, and now I've just received an invitation from Toastmaster this morning, and now I'm here. I think it's amazing to have a sense of refreshment here with you all, to see a lot of unfamiliar faces, a lot of new faces, and I'm quite excited. And I want to give you a lot of compliments on what you've just done so far. Yeah, and carry on. But thank you.
Thank you so much, Thổng Phán. That's really encouraging for us. So next, I would like to invite a guest from Ho Chi Minh City, Toastmaster Yuen, right? Hello, Toastmaster Yuen.
Sorry?
Yeah, could you share a little bit of your feelings and what do you think about our marathon today, about speakers and about our evaluators as well?
Sorry, it's a little bit noisy here. So yeah, thank you for having me. It's my first time here in Huế Toastmaster Club. And I think that you guys are so Huế. I mean, gentle girls,
Yes.
handsome boy. And yes, you guys are so young and energetic. So, and my first time here, and I love joining many speech marathon like that, because I love prepared speech section. So I'm here not only to join, to watch, but also to learn. And I've learned a lot, not only from speakers, but also from evaluators. So you guys have done a great job. Thank you for having me here again.
It's our pleasure, by the way. And, you know, normally we will have a meeting that we have a session for our guests to participate in, that is the topic session. But today we have a marathon, so it's only prepared speech for our Toastmasters. So if you want to participate with us in the next meeting, we will welcome you in the topic session. And also in the round 2, we will have the some chit-chatting with the guests during the speech and the evaluation session. So we welcome you to join us to to speak something to feel more comfortable when joining in this marathon. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Right. So I can see there's another guest, another new guest, right? Guess who? Oh, Minh Thư, right?
Yeah.
Hi Minh Thư.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hello everyone.
So what brings you here?
Oh, it's an honor for me to join to this Zoom, and I'm a type of a person who enjoy communication, so I'm here.
You hear about Toastmaster like from Toastmaster Ngân, right? Kim Ngân, right?
Yeah.
And what do you expect to come to our marathon today?
For me, it's the first time to join, so I haven't. I don't know. I don't have any idea. So just listen to you guys and learn.
Yeah, just so you're coming to like the marathon to hear the speeches, right? The English speeches.
Yeah. Regularly she is the same major with me, and I am senior her. And yeah, I invite her to this meeting.
Yeah.
Nice
I
to
know.
see you. Minh Thư.
Well, I can see there's Cô Bích, right? From Vietnam leaders, right?
Yeah.
Vietnam
She
leaders.
from Vietnam
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah. Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn, could you say something to us?
Good evening, everyone. How are you this evening? Yeah, I really love your meeting because it makes us is the very interesting with me because your atmosphere is the smooth. I can feel it, the sensor is the full energy for everyone live together. And I wish your meeting have become more stronger when we gather together. And I wish your meeting have the best speaker and the best evaluation this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn. It's our honor to have you here, and it's our honor to have all of the guests here, and also all of the Toastmasters from other Toastmaster club in Vietnam. So as far as I know, we have both 3 regions, right? The north, the south, and also the central of Vietnam, right? So
in the future, maybe I invite your club to join within VNL. VNL has the 2 sessions to the English language and Vietnamese language. Yes, you can join with us. Thank you.
It's we will love to. We would love to.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, is anyone here to want to say something? Our Toastmasters, our speakers, do you want to share something? Like, are you satisfied with your speech or regrets? Not like Toastmaster Trân Trân, she's like, she's just her speech perfect. So how about other speakers? Toastmaster Hoàng Nguyễn, Toastmaster Nhân Lý. What do you think about your speech? Let's start with Toastmaster Hoàng Nguyễn.
Can you repeat?
What do you think about your speech? Do you satisfy with your speech or feel any regrets of any points?
I feel I feel so happy because I'm can confident from the face of many people in screen. It's
Yes, indeed. You have an incredible improvement from since the first day you came to Great Toastmasters Club. Like I remember your image, your way of like sitting there and without looking anyone eyes. But this time you come here and you dare to look to the audience to give speech. That is a huge improvement. So congratulations on your speech.
Hey, chúc mừng với là tiếng Việt hả mọi người. Rất chào mừng thành phố. Bật đi mọi bật lên đi nào. Rồi ơi.
I'm looking forward to speaking Vietnamese.
Oh, forgot. Yeah.
We only have 2 minutes left to quên, em là từ Việt. Hai phút hai phút nữa nha mọi người. Cẩn rồi.
Tụi nó lo sọt được khi nói tiếng Anh tiểu.
Ở Huế có mưa không mọi người?
Đang mưa lạnh lắm.
Trời tối rồi, thấy nữa đấy. Nó là hôm đi, thấy mọi người thật sự rất là tuyệt vời luôn. Đặc biệt là Quân Anh, là tiếng Anh luôn rồi. Sao có thể
lần đầu gặp Quân Anh thì mình không ngủ Quân Anh.
Nói chung vì trong một thời gian ngắn mà nó rất là lưu lộ. Spotlight luôn. Ok. Đó thì mọi người cứ tạm gồ đi. Thì ở Toastmasters thì mọi người luôn cố gắng Eva một cách tích cực nhất. Đó. Và bên cạnh là những lời khuyên thì mọi người luôn bổ sung vào đó những lời khen. Đúng không Toastmasters trấn
Thấy khéo ngập trang cả lối đi luôn. Không có một cái bên nào cả. Rồi
lại từ khéo đấy chứ.
Không, thiệt sự nha, cái đó mà mọi người bắt đầu biết tiếng đó là chỉ có bắt đầu nhầm lại cho nhớ có thể là mình sẽ nói cái tí nữa.
Em thấy hôm nay có 2 bài nói của anh Nhân với Hóa đều liên quan đến habit, đến thói quen đúng không? Đến kiểu gọi là đấu tranh nội tâm để giành lại quyền làm chủ từ tay những kẻ xấu. Em thấy khá là hay.
Chắc là tác động kỷ luật.
Đúng rồi, nhóm kỷ luật đang hoạt động rất là
tốt nổi. Cái tên
Tiny and Bitchin. Không biết nhóm kỷ luật là gì thì phía Toastmasters đang chia các member ra thành các nhóm nhỏ và mỗi nhóm như thế là sẽ có mục tiêu khác nhau. Thì trong nhóm kỷ luật là đang có mục tiêu là dậy vào lúc 6 giờ sáng mỗi ngày. Và cho đến giờ thì em mới dậy được 1 ngày thôi.
Dậy 6 giờ ăn sáng ngủ lại có được tỉnh chị?
Đúng rồi, dậy không mở mắt ra xong rồi nhắm mắt lại đi.
Cái tên Tiny Habit Big Change là cái tên của do Toastmasters được nhỉ ra rất là xinh.
Nhưng mà không thể Toastmasters mình mới hết.
Đúng rồi.
Đây chị mà đã nhắc rồi.
Cám đấy là chia.
Không thấy anh trong nhỏ được luôn.
Hôm nay tôi mình có vẻ đẹp trai hơn. Đúng không?
Lại khen được chim lại khen được chim sáng đó.
Rất là thẳng. Ok.
Hát bài được không khí đi mọi người.
Viết lại là hát một bài không khí.
Đúng rồi.
Cái lắp.
Rồi.
Không, ý mình là như nào, ý mình là nhờ bạn chủ nhiệm ấy mời một bạn lên hát thay đổi không khí cho mình không có việc khác.
Em nhớ là chị Tina hát hay.
Đúng rồi, hát bài Disney Channel.
Mọi người thả cho em.
Học thì khúc nào tiếng cả thôi cũng được nha.
Trời ơi, ba đợi mình bất cạo ấy, vô hữu. Ba đợi hạ xong cho em điểm em hệt ngoại lắm, hệt dần lắm.
Thực ra đây là lần thứ hai gặp cô Bích nè. Lần trước là gặp ở cái buổi training giữa các EXCO team, đúng không cô? Rồi.
Chào Kim Ngân.
Dạ. Ở nhà cô mà buổi meeting đi tức là lần đầu vòng có team E3 rất là kiểu là đã bị thiếu á. Hiện nhờ sự giúp đỡ của cô mà còn có là có thể tìm được. Rất là cảm ơn cô luôn.
Không có gì. Don't worry about that. If I can help all of you, let me know.
Thank you so much. You saved my day.
Chắc chắn là tiếng Anh rồi.
Okay, I forgot.
Một cái là tiếng Anh xin một cái.
Các bạn đừng ngại việc đó, nếu mà bên team VNL mà có thời gian á, là sẽ hỗ trợ hết thôi, không có gì. Diệu Trần là một trong những bạn đánh giá, hy vọng là sẽ giúp cho câu lạc bộ bạn bữa nay thu hoạch được cái điều gì đó từ VNL.
Dạ vâng, cảm ơn cô.
Welcome.
Mọi người ơi, tới lúc mình phải bật tiếng Anh lại rồi.
Yeah.
It's time for us to speak English again. Because we're gonna start round 2 right away. So it's 7:55 already. Yep. All right. Let's continue with round 2. So everyone, please unmute yourself a little bit. All right. So everyone, please make a drum sound. Tapping your table. So round 2 start. Coming up next is the speech from Toastmaster Vũ Lê, one of the only 2 gentlemen among the Toastmaster Club's official members. So evaluator for Toastmaster Vũ Lê is Toastmaster Huệ Quang. So please tell the audience about the targets that Toastmaster Vũ Lê aims at in his speech today.
Okay, so hi everyone. It's very great honor for me to be the evaluator for Toastmaster Vũ Lê, and his name, the name of the speech is good luck or bad luck. So it is a really curious name that make me, think about what is good luck here and what is the definition of bad luck. And he wants me to focus on the clarity, which is the ability of convey the knowledge, the information from his speech, so that everyone can understand clearly what he said when he was trying to doing his speech. And another thing that he also want me to concentrate on is the vocal variety, that his voice or how he uses the kind of like the voice or the eye contact, or is it will he raise his voice correctly, things like that. And in his upcoming speech, he's going to tell us a story, and he's going also to give us some some tips and some lessons. So I cannot wait more. So let's come to the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Huệ Quang. So without letting you wait for any second, please welcome Toastmaster Vũ Lê. Good luck or bad luck, Toastmaster Vũ Lê.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. I will pin the timer.
Pin yourself. Toastmaster Vũ Lê. yourself.
Okay. Hello, it's me again. Today, I will begin my speech by a story. A man named Eric is on his walk with a dog, Nova. Going on the walk, Eric loses Nova after she pulled the leash to pursue a white rabbit. Eric chased after Nova, but this only inspired her to run faster until she completely disappeared from Eric's vision. After a great deal of searching, it became clear that Nova has lost her sense of orientation and now is missing. Eric spent the rest of the days and the day following searching for Nova. He put up signs, offered the help of his friends, neighbor, sent a request to police station, and so on. The day go by, but Nova is still missing. Eric is devastated about losing his dog. He wonders how horribly unlucky his world that the rabbit dumped out at the wrong time and his hand position was in the wrong place to allow Nova to pull the leash from it. After a week later, a woman showed up at Eric's house and she had Nova. After Nova and Eric reconnect in a bear hug, Eric thanked the woman. She introduced her name is Vanessa. Eric and Vanessa talked for a while and seemed to hit it off. One thing led to another thing. And a few weeks ago, they even started dating. Vanessa seemed to be what Eric wished in a woman: confident, positive, humorous, and beautiful. Soon, Eric and Vanessa fall in love. Eric thinks how lucky it was that Vanessa is the person who happened to be in right place at right time and to find and return Nova. The rabbit jumping out of the bushes seemed like a curse when he lost the dog, but now it seemed like a blessing. A couple months go by. Eric driving on his way to pick up Vanessa. While driving through a crossroad, he was hit at full speed by a driver who distractedly ran a red light. Eric is knocked unconscious because his car spin 1,080 degrees. An hour later, Eric found himself in a hospital. A doctor informed him what happened and explained that he suffered from a severe head injury and they need to run a brain scan to determine if there are any change of permanent brain or internal bleeding. The next day, a doctor informed him what appears and explained that he has suffered a severe head injury. He said, I received a CT scan and I had some bad news. I also have some good news. What do you want to hear first? I guess I will take the bad news first, Eric said with the high level of confusion. The best news is with what we found to be a glioma in your brain. The doctor paused for a moment. It's a tumor. Distracted hearing the news, Eric shivered in bed. He thinks how unlucky his was to have been going to get Vanessa in exactly direction at exactly time. He was furious at the possibility that his life might be ruined by this one. The doctor go on to say, the good news is what we found appears to be a glioma in your brain. What do you mean? How is that a good news? Eric asked. This tumor has nothing to do with your accident. You actually got out of the accident relatively unharmed. But because of the accident, we ran the CT scan. Because of the CT scan, we found the tumor. Normally, we catch a tumor like this after someone realizes something wrong when they start to feel the symptom, which is almost too late. In your case, it will not malignant yet, which means we can safely get rid of it. Holding his hands, the doctor said, in other words, the accident saved your life. Eric finds all of this is so weird. He looks around the room and thinks how lucky he was to be at exact place and exact time for the accident to occur. He thinks if the rabbit hadn't appeared, Nova wouldn't have been lost. He wouldn't have missed Vanessa. The accident couldn't have occurred, and the tumor wouldn't have been discovered. A white rabbit in that spot on that day had actually saved his life. He has no way of knowing if anything that happened to him was actually good or bad. A week later, Eric undergo a brain scan surgery to remove tumor. The surgery is successful. Several days later, after being relieved from the hospital, Eric's at home with Vanessa, recovering. To get some fresh air, he took Nova out for a walk. As you can see, until our life is completely over, we cannot determine whether anything that happened to us is good or bad. Every single event could happen for your own benefit. I'm a strong believer in this, and I try to find the positive in every experience of my life. Being bullied in middle school made me throw myself passionately into karate. The COVID lockdown gave me more time to learn useful skills. Every negative experience is only another way to empower yourself. All it takes is changing our viewpoint. Instead of emerging in failure, learn from it and try again with new energy. Rather than complaining about undesirable situation, try to change it. Believe that every single thing happened for your own good, and is actually will. Thank you. Come back to you, TOD.
All right, thank you, Professor Bule, and congratulations for your excellent performance. So bad luck is indeed not the end, and sometimes we are patient. If you are patient and work hardworking enough, the bad luck will go away, and good luck may be born from what the bad luck creates. So the message is that don't worry if you face a challenge, right? That seems to completely hopeless. All right. So speaker number 2 is from Da Nang Toastmaster Club. That is Toastmaster Karen. And evaluator for Toastmaster Karen of Da Nang Toastmaster Club is Toastmaster Yu Zheng from Vietnam Leader Toastmaster Club. So please, Toastmaster Yu Zheng, come to the screen and present your objectives.
Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Yu Zheng from Vietnam Leader Toastmaster. And today I'm joining the meeting tonight with the role as the elevator for Karen. Her speak with the title, The Cat Can Fly, the level 4. So through this speech, she's gonna focus on the ability to attract audience attention by using vocal expression. So Karen, wish you have the great speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yu Zheng. And now may I present to you our athletes. Toastmaster Karen, a cat can fly. Toastmaster Karen.
A cat can't fly, but he can teach a seagull to fly. Do you believe in this story? I think in our real life, no. But in this beautiful story, The message is about coach. And today I will telling you about my story when one time I became a coach. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been in Toastmaster for 3 years, but I'm not a master. One time, one member of our club come to me and said, she would have a evaluator speech, her first evaluator. So she want me to tell her the way to do this thing. So I had been thinking for a while that I'm not a master of this field. So how can I can help her? How can I lead her in this field? I'm not so confident. And you guess what? I say yes. I said yes or no. I said yes, because I'm gonna tell you this story after this. I am currently a worker. So I have one extra work. I don't have too much time. So when I received this responsibility, I feel like I don't have a time. I didn't have any time for her. So if her asks me anything, I will answer. And if not, I didn't do anything. So we just have her 3 days before her first evaluation. So I just send her some documents and wish her a bad luck. That's all the thing I do for her. And her first ever evaluator speech in Outlook is just, oh, I really love your speech. I really like this, but no detailed information. She can't find any improvement room for the speaker. So this evaluator is it's not useful. And I can feel the disappointed moment in her eyes. I blame all the fault from me, because I know that just send the document before 3 days is so not have a high responsible. Okay, I will do this again. I will help her again. I watch the record one more time. I write a long list for her. You must improve this. You must tell the detailed things. You must say everything clearly with example, and you make it like a speech. It means that you use body language to influence other people and challenge them for the next time. And you know what? I just send her this and do nothing else. Her second speech, she just remember it in the few sentences at the beginning, and after all, she failed the second time. You know what? I not keep the commitment with her. I don't side by side with her, so she got lost the second time. I feel so sorry about that. And I said that, hey, you did a better job. You had better job than the first one. And now you have a second evaluator speech. Why not? Try this 3 times. Okay. And you know, she asked, now she have a little bit experience when she worked with me. So she asked me, will you commit with me? And I say, and now I realize that I couldn't make her sad anymore. And we could make another thing, a different thing. And I sat with her one by one. I asked her how did she feel about her speech, how she want the speaker grow and improve their speech. And together, I give her the question and I give her command and we exchange this. And luckily, the first time, she did a great job. And I'm really proud of her. Through my story, I strongly believe that when we being a coach, we need to read things. First, the confidence. It means that when you're not a master, but you can introduce them the coaching for next level, and another coach will up her in the next level. So believe in yourself. You can inspire another to do a better thing. Second is commitment. If you promise that you will have her, please take some time with her. Don't let her alone in this moment. In my story, I think I'm so lucky when she's ready to do it again. But in many situations, sometimes we disappointed someone and we don't have a second chance. And the last one, please side by side with them to have them. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karen, for your meaningful story about the experience as a coach. So the lessons are confidence, commitment, and stay side by side. So a huge admiration for Toastmaster Karen, as this is the first time I have seen someone at level 4 in our meeting. So now let's come to the final athlete of this marathon. That is Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc, our precious president. Evaluator for Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc is the adorable Toastmaster Thảo Ngân. Please tell to the audience about the targets that Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc aims at her speech today.
So, hello everybody. My name is Thảo Ngân, and today I'm the evaluator of Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc. So we make a couple double pow. And raise your hands if you grow up with the feelings like your mother said that you have to sleep 8 hours a day to be healthy. You have to sleep 8 hours a day. Okay, so I'm very curious when Thảo Ngọc says to me like, don't sleep 8 hours a day. So are you curious too? I'm curious, and I talked to her and she said that, wow, just listen to my clarity of my presentation and also the interest I bring to you to make you believe like don't sleep 8 hours a day. So back to Toastmaster Tina. And
thank you, Toastmaster
Thảo
Ngân. All right, thank you, Toastmaster Thảo Ngân. So without letting you wait any further, please welcome Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc. Don't sleep 8 hours a day. So Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc.
Have you ever been in this situation before? Going to bed at 10 p.m. and when the alarm goes off at 6 in the morning, you roll out the bed having no energy at all. You finish your morning routine in a daze and go to school like a zombie. Throughout the day, you feel tired and constantly dozing off everywhere. I'm sure this is something we can relate to, right? We already slept 8 hours straight. So why do we feel like we haven't slept enough? To answer this question, we need to know the basic about sleep. According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorder and Stroke, there are 2 basic types of sleep. rapid eye movement sleep, REM, and non-rapid eye movement sleep, non-REM, which have 3 different stages. And you cycle through all stages of non-REM and REM sleep several times during a typical night. Stage one of non-REM is changeover from wakefulness to sleep, called dozing off stage. It normally lasts just 1 to 5 minutes. Your heartbeat, breathing, and eye movement slow. Your muscle relax with occasional twitches. Your brain waves begin to slow, but it's easy to wake you up during this stage. And if you are not disturbed by anyone, you can move quickly into stage 2. And the stage 2 of non-REM is the period of light sleep before you enter deeper sleep. Your body temperature drops and eye movement stops. Everything is getting for ready deep sleep. This can last from 10 to 25 minutes during the first cycle and can become longer during the night. And the next stage of non-REM sleep is deep sleep. This state is a state that you need to in order to feel refreshed in the morning. Your heartbeat and breathing slow to their lowest level. And it's harder to wake you up in this phase. And if someone tries to wake you up, you will feel confused and disoriented because you haven't adjusted yet. And the final state of a sleep cycle is REM sleep. Like its name, in this state, although your eyes are closed, but they move rapidly from side to side behind closed eyelids. And brain waves are similar to those during wakefulness. Do you know that most of your dream occurs during REM sleep? Your arm and your leg muscle become temporarily paralyzed to prevent you from acting out your dream. And all states of non-REM and REM sleep form a 90-minute sleep cycle. The cycle then repeats itself, but with its cycle, you spend less time in the deep stage of non-REM and more time in REM sleep. On a typical night, you go through around 4 or 5 cycles. So ideally, you would wake up naturally at the end of a cycle. But unfortunately, with work, school assignment, and other responsibility, it's not always possible to wake up naturally, right? And often due to the alarm. But we can make you feel tired after that. It's just not because you lack of sleep. It could be because you've been woken up in the middle of sleep cycle, especially when you are in the deep state of non-REM sleep. So, how to solve this problem? According to the advice of the sleep charity of the United Kingdom, the best way to make sure that you wake up at the end of a sleep cycle is to go to the time you want to wake up and then calculate your ideal bedtime. Remember, a sleep cycle lasts around 90 minutes, equaling 1.5 hours, and we tend to go through 5 cycles per night, equaling 7.5 hours. So, for example, you need to wake up at 6 for work, and you want to sleep 5 cycles, equaling 7.5 hours. So you can calculate that your ideal bedtime is 10:30 p.m. But make sure that you are in bed before that time. so you relax and ready to sleep. And remember that don't sleep 8 hours a day. By applying this way, you can calculate your ideal bedtime. And that's all of my research about an aspect of sleep. I hope this information can help you having a refresh, have you waking up refreshing and ready to start a new day with great energy. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc, for your informative speech. So it is really a true excellent performance. And yes, sleeping does play a crucial role in our daily routine in order to have a healthy and balanced life. So thank you, Thảo Ngọc, for your advice. Well, next will be welcome back to the stage, Toastmaster again. Please give us the time report.
Okay, thank you to Master Tina. Here's my report. I will begin with good look and bad look of TM Boule. Speed takes 7 minutes and 25 seconds quantified. A cat can't fly of TM Karen. Speed take 7 minutes and 26 seconds quantified. Don't sleep 8 hours a day of TM Thảo Ngọc. Speed takes 6 minutes and 27 seconds qualified. Thank you and good congratulations.
All right, thank you so much again. And so we'll have a little talk here so that our evaluators to have the time for preparing their speech. So I would like to ask speaker Boule. So what is the how can you come up with the idea for your speech today?
Oh, the idea come from the book I read recently, The Secret of Luck, Lucky, of Luck.
Mm-hmm.
That's my idea. That's give me idea of this speech.
And have you ever have that thought in your mind, like bad luck is not always bad and good luck is not always good? Have you ever thought
of course. That of course.
What do you think? Have you experienced personally in your life that some events?
I told that in my speech. I'm being in my middle school. I was police, and it make me fascinated about karate.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Boule. So you guys may wonder, there's a member in our club today who seems to be silent all the time in this marathon. That is Toastmaster Quang Đình. Hello, Toastmaster Quang Đình. Are you there? He seems to be silent. Well, if Toastmaster Quang Đình wasn't here, can we? Right, we'll move on. The next session, guys. All evaluators need to be ready now, because here will be the evaluation session for round 2. And the first evaluator, first off, please welcome Toastmaster Huy Quang Please come to the stage and give your evaluation to Toastmaster Bule's speech. Good luck or bad luck.
Yeah, okay. So okay, the timer, are you ready to evaluate my presentation? Yeah, okay, thank you. So now I am going to start my speech right now. So I have 3 words for Toastmaster Bule after hearing his speech. W, T, H. All right, so when you hear about this, you might think about some swear words like what the, no, I'm not doing that here, right? Because this is like a academic atmosphere. But WTH actually is the acronyms for 3 words: wonderful, talented, and healing. It is really wonderful because he is not an English major student, but he is still able to convey his meaning to other audiences. And it is talented that, the way he tells the story, it is really has a flow, and I can focus on in every details. It is also healing because it taught me a lot that I know how to accept the bad things in the world. And as he wanted me to focus on the vocal, on his voice, and I want to say that congratulations on completing the speech, because you tried to tell us a really wonderful story, and your voice is really clear. It is loud enough and in a slow pace enough so that everyone can follow and understand clearly the story. And after hearing your story, you took us on a roller coaster, so that of emotions. After hearing some bad things of Nova or Eric, and we we laugh because we realize that actually he has a good friend, thanks to the rabbit. And it is a really good reason, good lesson for us. But there are some spaces for you to improve more on the next speeches. I think that it is real much better for you to focus on raising your voices when you tell the story. For example, there is some some way that you can say, for example, when the story is said, you will lower your voice and tell it low or slower. For example, but then the doctor told that he has cancer, but it is lucky for him that, yeah, things like that, so that everyone can understand it more vividly. And you also have to raise your voice higher when you want to convey the meaning of the lesson, so everyone can receive the message more in a way that easier to understand. So again, congratulations.
So thank you, Toastmaster Huey Quang, for your devoting evaluation. And our second evaluator of round 2 today is Toastmaster Yu Zheng, evaluator of Toastmaster Karen with A Cat Can Fly. So please, Toastmaster Yu Zheng.
Hello, everyone. It's me again, Yu Zheng. So firstly, congratulations, Karen, for finishing your speech successfully. You show yourself very interesting and commitment, passion, coaching through your point of view on your speech. I commend you for a strong, clear voice. Earlier, my neighbors do the construction, so it has the noise background, but thank you for your voice, so I can hear you very clearly in the noisy environment. Besides, I love the way you share your real personal experience, so it's kind of relatable. It's what I can say, you have the really good storytelling. So the structure of the story, normally it has 3 parts. First, the situation. Second, the climate. So it's when the problem come up, and then the solution is offered. And then you really hook my attention to your story. So I believe that other people also have the same experience, the same thought with me about this. So I just have this small recommendation is for your introduction. Somehow for the person, for a person like me, I know that the title of your speak, "The Cat Can Fly," is inspired from the children illustration book. But for me, the one who haven't read this book, so somehow I have the problem to understand your point of view in the beginning. So I think it's better that you can have to share the background, how you get inspired, why you choose this title. Is somehow it's easy for us to follow you in the beginning. Besides that, you do very great job for summary your speech. And I totally agree with you that a coach somehow is like the inspire the learner and also help them to study by themselves. Besides, it's really important that you motivate them when they fail. This is really the truly principle mixing of the coach, and you do very great job. And so, and that's something. Just a little another small recommendation that I show that you have the background, somehow it's called a slider. So I think it's better if you can help to do some things like you have the slide. So it's easier for us to follow your content of the table content. So it's kind of easy for people because somehow for the academic subject with the some keyword also is help us to follow your story better. Okay, so in the end, in short, that you have congratulations for finishing your speech and then you meet your expectation in the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Eugene. I bet that your informative and supportive evaluation truly helpful to Toastmaster Karen to do better in the next speech. And evaluator number 3 is also the final evaluator of this marathon is Toastmaster Thảo Nâng. She's going to give the evaluation for the speech, "Don't Sleep 8 Hours a Day" of Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc. Please come to the stage, Toastmaster Thảo Nâng.
Hello everybody again. I'm back. I have to say, like, frankly, all of her presentation, Thảo Ngọc presentation, I laughed a lot. And actually I laughed at the very first beginning of her speech because I feel like I'm so embarrassed and it was knocked out for me. Like in Vietnamese, we have the words nhục. Yeah, I'm so nhục right now because all the things she says, all the hypothetical statements she makes, and all of the habits she mentions at the very first beginning of her speech, it's so true for me. So I feel like, wow, it's me in her speech. And I feel like many of us feel like we in her speech right now, yeah. And the way she make the questions is so interesting for us to have a structure to follow her speech. And also I love her body language, how she illustrate the feelings of all of us. And I love her words, I love her pronunciation so much, even though it has a little bit of mistake, but I love her pronunciation and I love her confidence. And it makes me feel very interested to follow her speech. And also I love the way she used a very clear structure about using the research, mention their name or also the research, the content of this research, and also the proof and the examples for us. And also when she says something like she say, you have to do this, you have to do that, you should do this. And she always follow it as example for us to adapt your personal life into that example. So I feel like it's very clarity. It is very interesting. But also I have some recommendations for you, Thảo Ngọc. Even though we are best friends, even though we are sister, I have to give you some recommendations. I feel like one thing that deteriorates my your presentation clarity is like you don't use the PPT or a simple picture, because you mention so much about the stages, the types, the cycles, and also you make the comparisons between two
two types. So I think like a PPT or just a picture or a background picture, and you can use a Volley strategy to use a background picture to make your statement more clarity. And I love you make comparisons, mention about the similarities and differences, but yeah, picture again, speak more than your words. And also a little bit thing like I need you to restate again, like don't sleep 8 hours a day. So how much do we sleep? Yeah, something like you restate your speech again. But also I love you so much and I love your speech so much, and that's very good of you. You do best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thảo Ngân. And coming up next is Toastmaster again. Please let us know whether our evaluators are qualified or not.
Okay, thank you. Here is my report. Evaluator TM Huệ Quang with 3 minutes qualified. Evaluator TM Yu Zheng 3 minutes and 8 seconds qualified. Evaluator TM Thảo Ngân 3 minutes and 5 seconds qualified. Congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster again. So next part will be the voting session. And I can see here our SIA has sent the link for the voting for the round 2, best prepared speech speaker and also best evaluator. So please spend some minutes for voting and type them in the chat box when you're done. All right, That is for the voting session of round 2. And next up will be the report section. And in this part, we will have the grammarian and also the general evaluator to report in this session. So first off is grammarian. This person is only appeared once at the beginning of the meeting, but still silently observing all of us. Do you remember who that is? A guy coming from Yukdanan Toastmaster Club? Yes, our Marian Toastmaster Neil. Please, Toastmaster Neil, come to the stage and let us know how well we did in terms of language.
Yeah, thanks for your introducing, Toastmaster Tina. Yeah, I'm Neil, and yeah, I'm very happy and surprised by honor of your speech today. Well, I have two roles. I have two roles today, not just the grammarian, but I'm also the art counter. Yeah. I think most speaker today says, I mean that says a lot of art in their speech. And yeah, and I think especially Toastmaster Karen, Clara, and Cheng Cheng, I think you may feel uncomfortable when you deliver your speech. And in order to restrict this problem, you can use some filler words in your speech when you are thinking. Okay. And about the grammarian, about Toastmaster Cheng Cheng, right? You keep repeating many times the word ability. Instead, you can paraphrase it like capacity, like able to learn English, or good at English. Instead of you just use have enough ability to learn English or English ability. And moreover, you have a little mistake in your speech. You say that we don't have enough time, isn't it? And I think isn't it, it's wrong. Instead, you should use do we. Yeah, right. And about Toastmaster Hoa Nguyen, like I really love your speech. It's really meaningful. But when you say a sentence, please notice the verb in your sentence. Like you said that he makes me working. Yeah, now notice a little bit about the verb make. Yeah, make me work instead of working in your speech. Yeah, and I think all of the other speakers are doing really well. And about Toastmaster, and one Toastmaster, have a lot of Toastmaster here telling their stories. And please remember that when you tell a story, you should use the past simple tense to make us clearly about the past and the present and the future as well. Okay, like and a little thing is the next day. When you talk about a story in the past, you shouldn't use the next day. You should use the following day in your speech to let the audience understand deeply your story. Yeah, and about Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc, right? Remember that we have right after the preposition is verb in, so you should use by applying. Yeah, that could be helpful for your speech in future. Yeah, and last but not least, I hear a very common mistake by a lot of people. Like when you want to like congratulate someone, you should say congratulations. I mean since. And if you do not have the S of the congratulations, it could make it could not make sense in your sentence. Okay, that was the end of my report for the grammarian and counter. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neil, for your advice to improve our English usage. And after observing all the performances of both talented athletes and also our evaluators and all the functional roles as well, our general evaluator will give the overall comments and feedback on the meeting quality. And I will leave this part for our general evaluator today, Toastmaster Blondin.
Hi, can you all hear me? Okay, so I know that we've been through such a long night today. We've been hearing so many speakers. That's been a long night, so I will make it shortly. So the first thing I'd like to mention is the organizing team. So I really want to comment on the background music that I was heard when first entering the Zoom, and I was being chat with the VPE. So that was a very minor things, but that gave me the feeling of welcoming, and it break the distance of silence. So I think that was a great point that encouraged all the people, especially the guests, to speak. So that was a very great point. So I'd like to comment on that. Another thing that is very important that I'd like to remark on is the way our organizing team pin the timer. So as every other usual meeting, I often see the interruption of the speakers when they have to pin the timer at the very beginning of their speech. But in this meeting, I noticed that our organizing team have pinned the timer for the speakers. So it's like automatically, and the speakers just have to speak their speech without pinning anything. So I think that was great. And despite of the fact that our meeting have one minor interruption today, but the response of the organizing team is quite quick. So I really want to comment on that too. So in terms of the designing of the agenda, I noticed that we have the break time during our meeting today. So the break time for me personally is a great way that helps the evaluator to have time to prepare more for their speech. And it also was a great thing that our VPE put the section for our MC put the section for the speakers to evaluate themselves and the guests to evaluate on the speaker's speech. So it's like quite a nice thing. It's like on the TV, right? We see the contestant on the stage, then we interview them after their performances. So I think that was great. Thirdly, I'd like to mention, I'd like to give suggestion for the roles. So the accountant and the grammarian roles today, they've done a good job today. They give a detailed report. I just have one suggestion that I think that the introduction of the timer and the grammarian is quite short. So I understand that it was for the purpose to save the time for the other important section. But the thing is, the introduction of the timer and the grammarian is also important. And even though it was very short, but it was kind of a great step to move to bigger section. So as a timer or as a grammarian, preparing a more detailed introduction would make it a better way to help them, support them in the way they prepare a speech. So I really want to hear a longer introduction with more ideas on that introduction. the grammarian, I really love the way he gave his report. He gave us such a specific and also very detailed report on every speakers. If there is any suggestion to make, it would be the way that he comments on the speakers. So I think it would be better if we did not pick the name of the people that made mistakes. We just need to give it generally. So in that way, all the people can learn and nobody was being picked. So that'd be a minor suggestion I would make. That was a great thing that I think all of the speakers today has been used to communicate online using the virtual background, using the name, changing the name in a way appropriately. So I have a suggestion that if we can, that's fine when we choose to sit to speak, right? Because this is such a long run, it is a long meeting, so we can stand all the time. But if we choose to sit to join the meeting, so that would be better if we put the screen farther and a bit higher, that was equal to the level of your faces. So in that way, that would capture more of your body, of your hand, and the way you express yourself. So that was a minor thing that I noticed during the meeting. But all in all, I think you've done great today. You've run such a smooth meeting with such a great organizing team. The way you move forward, the way you pin the timer, the way you done with technical problems, that's great. That's just a very short notice that I would leave at the end of my report. That is, every time I joined the Toastmaster meeting, especially the Hue Toastmaster, I always feel the energy, the enthusiasm, and the passion that really encouraged me, want to join more. And I think that was a great thing, a unique thing that you guys have done. You guys have done a great job today. Congratulations on that. And that's been it. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster London, for your comments. So the suggestions are truly precious to us to get better in our next meetings. So we will come to the last session of today's marathon. And I know that everyone really wants to see the best speakers and also the best evaluators today. So I would like to give this honor to our president to announce the awards. So please welcome Toastmaster Thảo Ngọc.
Thank you so much, Tatina. Today is a special meeting, last year marathon, right? So we also had special awards, 2 best speaker for prepared speech and 2 best evaluators. Are you curious?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I will go to the best speaker of round 1. Please help me, Toastmaster Boule. Who is the best speaker of round 1? Congrats, Toastmaster Hoa Nguyen. Toastmaster Hoa Nguyen, please turn on your mic and share something when you receive the best speaker tonight.
This is the first time I received the work of the tomato. I'm very happy and proud of myself. Thank you for everyone who voted for me. This will motivate me to keep fighting the monster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hoa Nguyen, for your sharing. I know you have a fear of public speaking, but now you see you overcome your fear and gain the best speaker. So you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve this award. So the next is the best evaluators. Who is the best evaluator? Tomato Boule, show. Congratulations, Tomato Quỳnh Anh. I'm very impressed of your evaluation skill and but she has been out of this meeting, so I want to invite their speaker, her speaker, Tomato Tú Trấn. You can share something about your evaluator.
I don't think I will be a speaker for this best evaluator, but Tomato Quỳnh Anh is a lovely girl and the good speaker when I go to her club. I forgot her name club, but Tomato Quỳnh Anh always have a fluently and clearly evaluator. Sometimes I'm very ngưỡng mộ her. and I cannot say the word, but Tomato Quỳnh Anh have many things I want to learn from her. Yeah, I will receive this best evaluator and give her.
Thank you,
Tomato Quỳnh Anh also like the good compliment givers, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Tomato Tú Trấn, for your sharing. And I think after this meeting, you can share a word to her before our fan page post this recap, right? And the next and the round 2, who is the best speaker and who is the best evaluator? Who? And the best evaluator, the best speaker is Tomato Karen from Vietnam leader Toastmaster, right? Tomato Clara.
She's from Da Nang.
I'm sorry. She come from Da Nang Toastmaster, and she is I'm regret, but she is gone right. She's out of the meeting right now. And the next evaluator tonight is the best evaluators. The second evaluator is Tomato. Oh, Tomato Boule jokers.
My name is
Tomato Yilton. Congratulations, Tomato Yilton. But tonight I used a lot of but she has been out of this meeting right now. And I will invite the speaker of her speaker, Tomato. Who is the speaker of Tomato Yilton? I forgot.
Tomato Karen.
Oh, a couple of the best speakers, but they are out of the meeting.
It seems like they know they will have the prize and they leave just for the curiosity.
Yeah.
Then I just want to say thank you for you done about you invite for her, voted for her at the VNLs.
Thank you, cô Bích.
Yeah, thank you so much, and see you next time. Now, what I leave and wish you all of the energy.
Yeah, thank you and goodbye. And
yeah,
Thank you. I will to Jen for you, Jen.
Yeah. Oh, we are all after we are eight Toastmaster Club are still be here until now. So thank you everyone for being here tonight. And today we have a guest, a member of Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Thong Phan. Can you share something about your feeling of our meeting tonight? You can unmute yourself.
Okay. I love it really. I really love it. Like you gave me the sense of refreshment this weekend. So thank you. I love you all, and I think it's such a great environment for all of you to enhance your ability, your English ability, and not to mention public speaking, leadership skill, which I especially value the most. Yeah, and I love you all. And throughout the meeting, I especially, yeah, it was amazing in it. Yeah, I want to give you a lot of compliments. Toastmaster Thảo Ngân. Yeah. So, and the whole picture is amazing. Congratulations, and see you next time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Thong Phan, and I hope you will come back again with us on the next meeting.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Toastmaster Tan Dinh, you want to share more?
Well, I mean, that's been a long time, and and truly, I see such a big improvement of all of you guys in the way that you run the meeting and in the way that you give a speech. So I'm really impressed, and as I said, the vibe of the meeting really stimulate the spirit of public speaking in mind that want me to rejoin again in some time.
You are always welcome in here, Toastmaster, and let's resort every time you want. Thank you all of you for being here tonight and perform tổ chức and contribute our meeting successful. And I don't want to say anymore, but I'm so thankful. Anyone, you can share anything, because we are family, only family. Tomato Clara.
So speak in English.
Okay, mọi người có thể nói tiếng Việt cũng được.
Thì thực ra thì thấy mọi người, các vị khách của chúng ta rơi meeting ở thành ra cũng khá là buồn. Nhưng mà không sao cả, đó cũng sẽ là một động lực để meeting tiếng Anh của tụi mình tốt hơn. So thì thật sự rất cảm ơn anh Thong Phan vậy là Toàn Đình đã tham gia buổi meeting ngày hôm nay. Những gương mặt cũ nhưng mà tụi mình vẫn chưa tìm hiểu nhau cho lắm, nên sau khi mà dịch giả qua đi có thể gặp lại và làm quen với nhau nhiều hơn.
Mọi người bật mic lên nói chuyện thôi.
Anh Đình không đá ở Huế đúng không? Anh Đình ở quê hả?
Có anh ở Huế quê chứ. vừa có về mà sao lại vô lại đó. Nhưng mà anh Thống thì khó, anh Thống mà đi ở Sài Gòn thôi.
Anh Thống đi ở Sài Gòn thôi.
Lại cảm thấy bản thân ngỡ ngàng quá.
Nhưng mà đúng là nói là biết tính quen nhưng mà vẫn thích gặp được trực tiếp hơn này, kiểu gặp rồi có không khí mọi người.
Có điều ở câu lạc bộ chứ là vẫn có những người chưa từng gặp mặt nhau anh. Chưa từng gặp mặt nhau.
Đúng luôn như nào.
Em chưa bao giờ gặp chị Trân.
Ngôi nói chuyện lắm. Thân
mình nói chuyện
được
thật
rồi.
Hình như được rồi.
Không được đâu. Rồi vậy sao?
Biết thì mỗi vì gặp lại được hả?
Nhờ ship đô mà chị phải
gặp Ngọc luôn đủ cúc.
Dạ.
Chứ nào.
Không, em gặp chị
Rồi có rồi. Cái này đoàn nữa là gần bung dịch.
Dạ đúng rồi. Không, chị nói là chị gặp em hả hay là chị Trân gặp em?
Chị nhớ gặp em nói bài Icebreaker.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Từ ngày đầu tiên cho đến khi Ngọc đã hoàn thành level 1.
Đúng, em gặp chị nói 2 lần là chứ đi meeting lần buồn gặp mà.
Trời ơi.